Hello everyone and welcome to this course of Introduction to Revit MEP for Beginners. My name is Mohit and I will be your instructor for this course. In this video we will be going over the basics of Revit plumbing. I decided to make 3 videos on Revit plumbing, Revit HVAC and Revit electrical each. In this video you guys will learn a bunch of useful stuff when it comes to Revit plumbing, and after going through the tutorial I believe you will feel somewhat comfortable of how to carry out plumbing, how to lay out pipes, how to create piping systems and a bunch of other useful stuff. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do give us a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. Thank you.
Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial on Introduction to Revit MEP for Beginners. My name is Mohit and we will be learning about Revit MEP, the basics of Revit MEP, Revit plumbing, Revit mechanical and Revit electrical in this tutorial. In the previous tutorial we went over the basics of Revit architecture. We modeled a single story container plan, and in this tutorial we will be using that same project file. We'll be working on that project file, laying out a few pipes, laying out the plumbing and laying out electrical, and we'll continue and progress. So this is the main Revit interface right here. This is the project that we were working on previously. I will leave a link for the download of this file in the description. And just to clear up one thing, this project was made in Revit 2019. So if you guys are working on Revit 2018 or 2017, this file might not open, but it's not much of a big deal, because the concepts that I want to get across for the plumbing are something that can be done in any file, and after going through this video you will be clear on how to carry out plumbing in Revit. So without further ado, let's get started. Click on this file over here. Okay, so this is the file that we were working on previously. So how do you access the plumbing panel in Revit? So this is the architecture panel that we were working on previously. This is the structure panel used by civil engineers and structural engineers. And if you come here on the systems panel right here, if you click on the systems icon over here, this is the plumbing and piping section right here. As you can see, there are pipes, parallel pipes, fixtures, accessories, plumbing fixtures, sprinklers and a bunch of other plumbing related icons. We will be using all of these to give you guys an idea of how to carry out plumbing. So anyways, let's begin. Before we start laying out pipes or anything, we have to get our project ready for the plumbing part. So how do we do that? Okay, the first thing that you have to notice is that this level 1. This is an architectural. This was used for architectural drafting and detailing, the dimensions, the cut pattern and stuff like that. So we can't draft the pipes over here. It will look too much messy, and it's not the right way to do it. So the first step that you do is go to level 1 over here, right click, and you have to duplicate this view, and you have to duplicate with detailing. Just click on this. So we have made a copy of level 1 which we will be using for our plumbing. So right click, click on rename over here, give it a name of level 1 plumbing. Okay, so now that we have given it the name, I would like to remove these dimensions because we won't be needing dimensions for the plumbing part. So how do you remove these dimensions? You can go or delete them, which I believe is not the right way. If you want to hide anything in an active view, it's very easy. Just click on the thing that you want to hide, right click, go into hide in view and do it by category. If I click on this, all the dimensions lines have now been hidden. Control Z. I would like to clear one more point up. If I select this, right click, hide in, if I do it by element, it will only hide that one particular dimension line, but I want to remove all of these lines. So if you want to remove all of the families in that same category, what do? Go to hide in view, click on category, and it will remove all dimension lines. And you can do the same for the doors, windows. Just click on the door. Obviously won't be hiding the door, I'm just trying to give this example. Hide in view by category. So anything that is a door will be hidden. See, all doors are hidden, but we won't be removing the doors. It was just to give you guys an idea. So anyways, another important point that I would like to clear up is this is the level 1 plumbing. Go to the properties panel right here. This is the properties for the floor plan. This is a very important point that I want to clear up. The discipline is architectural. We don't want the discipline to be architectural. We want it to be plumbing, because we will be carrying out plumbing. And as you see, as you select plumbing, all of that cut pattern, black cut pattern, all of these walls have been made somewhat transparent, so we will be able to see the pipes very clearly. Another thing that I would like to remove is these color fill patterns. So how do you do that? It's very simple. Go to the view, go to the visibility and graphics, click on this, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, rooms, and just click on, uncheck this color fill, click on apply. All of that color is gone. Now the visibility and graphics is extremely important. It's an extremely useful tool to know and how to use, because you can use it to pretty much hide anything in Revit. You can even hide an entire discipline, like anything that is related to architecture you can hide it, anything that is related to mechanical you can hide it. I will be going into the details of visibility graphics as we progress throughout this tutorial. It's an extremely handy tool to know, and yeah, click on OK. And I would like to hide this view in elements. Much better. Okay, now now that our floor plan is ready to carry out the plumbing, let's begin. The first thing that I would like to do is to add a few plumbing fixtures. Go to the systems tab over here, click on the plumbing fixture, and as you can see, no plumbing fixture has been loaded. We'll have to load the plumbing fixture in. Click on yes. Go to wherever the plumbing families have been stored in your computer. Click on the plumbing over here, click on MEP fixtures, click on water closets, and I will be selecting, you guys can select anything you want. I will be selecting, let's say, this one, flush tank. And yeah, the level 1, offset of 0 feet. Yep. Click on, press spacebar to change the orientation and place it right next to the wall. So we added a water closet. Now I'd like to add a sink and a bathtub as well. So go to plumbing fixture again, load family, water closets, nope. Go to the fixtures, bathtubs, yeah, this one will do. And let's add it right about here. No, this is not a good, oh, yeah, this looks good. I'm not focusing on the orientation that much or the spacing. The main that is not that much important. What is important is that you guys know how to carry out the plumbing. That is what I believe is important. Or maybe just place it over here, and we can move that's right. Yeah, this you can use the arrow keys to adjust the placement. Okay, now what is left is a sink. Go to plumbing fixture again. This is a little bit repetitive, but it's a must. We have to do it. Sinks, no, sorry, lavatories, vanity over here. Click on vanity. Okay, this is too long. Okay, this is much better. Yeah. Okay, now that we have added our plumbing fixtures, a few things that I would like to add is a drain, a floor drain, that I believe is a must part of any. So go to plumbing fixture again, click on load family, go to the fixtures and go to the drains. There are a few floor drains. I'll go to select a round one. Okay, so now that we selected a floor drain, there are multiple sizes available. I'll be using a 5-inch and a 2-inch drain. You have a few options of place on vertical face, place on face, or place on a work plane. Place on a vertical face means, like for example, placing it right on the wall, but drains don't go on the wall. Place on face means like any face that you see, anything that you see. Oh sorry, I didn't select the place on face. Yeah, you see, right on the face, right on the plane that we're trying to place it on. Okay, anywhere you want. And place on work plane, you can select the work plane of your choice, but let's just go and select place on. Now you can see that I can't see this plumbing fixture. I'll tell you why. Let's just add it over here, and it's giving us a warning. None of the create elements are visible. I'll tell you why it's not visible. Let's add one over here as well. There is an important tool in Revit that I believe you guys need to get yourself comfortable. It's called a view range. Now how do you access a view range? You go to your keyboard and you press V and R. VR. When you press VR, the view range tab opens up. As you can see, the associate level 1, okay, anything that is between a top and a bottom, like for example the top is associate level 1, 7 feet, anything between 0 to 7 feet 6 inches for level 1 can be seen. Anything below it or anything above it cannot be seen. That's a basic, you can say, that's a basic level of understanding I'm trying to get across, but it's all about practice. The more you practice on view range, the more comfortable you guys will get. I just want to make it unlimited for now. I just want to see everything beneath. What does unlimited mean? Unlimited means that anything below level 1, regardless of the depth, I want to see it. So anything below, like anything that is 100 feet below level 1 can also be seen, because I made the bottom at the primary and the view depth unlimited. Click on OK, and now we have placed a few plumbing fixtures, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now you guys know how to add plumbing fixtures. In the next part of this tutorial, we'll be going over how to create piping systems, different types of piping systems, and how to create pipes as well, and then we'll start adding in pipes. Thank you very much. Hello everyone. So in the previous part of the video, we learned how to create levels for plumbing. We learned how to add plumbing fixtures. We also learned a bit about visibility, graphics, how to play around with the view range, and a bunch of other topics as well. In this part of the lecture, we'll proceed with creating our piping systems, and overall get started with get like more advanced with Revit plumbing. So before I start laying out pipes and creating pipe systems, I would like to clear up a very important point. When it comes to plumbing, the three most important piping systems that are normally used or are considered the, you can say, like the basic part of plumbing are sanitary, cold water, and hot water. Sanitary pipes are used to remove the sewage, remove the waste from a building, and obviously cold water and hot water pipes are used to supply water throughout the building. So anyways, let's get started. Go to the project browser right here, go all the way down, and right over here you can see piping systems. Right over here, piping systems. Open this icon up, and as you can see, Revit has already created the piping systems for us, such as the domestic cold water, hot water, and the sanitary, and the vent pipe as well. So double click on the sanitary, go to the graphic override and give it a color. I would like to give it, let's say, green. Okay. Domestic hot water, graphic, click on edit. It already has red color. That's good. Okay. Domestic cold water, click on edit, graphic override, edit, blue. Okay. So the colors are all set. This is how you, if you want, you can even create your own piping system here. Piping systems have already been created, so we won't need to create any piping system. So that's good to go. Minimize this. Now the next step is go to the pipes. Open this up. As you can see, we have only one pipe type available, and for a sanitary, cold water, and hot water, we need two types of pipes: PVC for the sanitary and copper for the cold water and the hot water. So what I'll do here is click on the default, right click, duplicate, default to, right click, and rename. Go ahead and give it a name of PVC. Now that we've given a name of PVC, go to the properties. Now you can, as you can see, I would like to change the pipe segment. So how do I do that? Double click on the PVC right here, routing preferences, click on edit. And as you can see, the pipe segment is steel carbon schedule 40. I don't want a steel carbon schedule 40 for sanitary. I want a PVC pipe, which is this in polyvinyl chloride rigid schedule 40. Click on it, and yeah, that's good to go. Now we'll need to add an elbow, junction type. It's very easy. Click on load family over here. Let me just do this again. Go to the US Imperial library that you guys have on your system. Go to the pipe section, fittings, PVC, schedule 40, socket type. Select all of these, click on open. Okay, yeah, that is good to go. Click on the elbow right here, and elbow, click on the preferred junction time, junction, schedule 40, cross, pick it schedule 40, transition, schedule 40, union, schedule 40, cap, yep. And for the sizes, click on all, and elbow, make it all as well. Click on, yeah, that's good to go. Click on OK. Now click on OK. PVC, go to the properties right here, and as you can see we have the PVC pipe created. Now we can create pipe types for the domestic cold water and hot water as well, but I'll show you guys a very neat and handy shortcut so that you don't go about repeating all of this for the domestic cold water and hot water. I'll get to that shortcut very soon, but first I would like to create a few sanitary pipes. So how do you do that? Click on this plumbing fixture right here. You have three icons: domestic hot water, domestic cold water, and a sanitary pipe right here. Select the sanitary pipe, like click on it. Okay, go to the properties, make sure the pipe that you have is PVC. Okay, we have the PVC pipe selected. The offset is how much below will the pipe be created from the level 1. So you just give it an offset minus, give it a offset of minus 1 feet 6 inches. So it's 1 feet 6 inches below level 1. Okay, and make sure that the system type is sanitary. Okay, we can't see the pipe right now, and I'll let you guys know why. Just click on it. The segment is drawn from the wrong side. Okay, click on view range. Okay, view range is good to go. Click on the pipe again. Let's do this one last time. Let's see why is it giving us that problem. Okay, now it's good. Yeah, now we are drafting up that pipe, and voila, that looks beautiful. Go to the 3D view, zoom in. The pipe is right here. Click on detail level and make it fine. Boom, we have the sanitary pipe right here. Go to level 1, back to level 1. Oh, sorry, the level 1 plumbing, and let's create a sanitary pipe for the sink as well, minus 1 feet 6 inch. And one thing, just so you guys know, sanitary pipes never go 90 degrees right into a pipe. That's against plumbing codes. You always have to like attach them at 135 or 45 degrees. So here you go, we have attached the sink as well. So this was basic level sanitary piping. In the next part of the lecture, I'll continue from this part. I'll add a vent pipe as well. I'll get on to the domestic cold water and hot water, and I'll also tell you guys how to add a slope to a pipe and other important topics as well. So that's pretty much for this video. I'll see you in the next part of the lecture. Thank you. Hello everyone, and welcome to the third part on Introduction to Revit MEP for Beginners. We were working on Revit plumbing. In the previous part of this video, we laid out a few pipes for the sanitary system, and we'll continue from here. So yeah, I would like to connect these two drains over here with the pipe here as well. So what I'll do is I'll drag this pipe. How do I do it? Just click on this pipe, click on this icon, and drag it out here. Okay, that looks good. And what I'll do is I'll select this pipe right here. Now the problem here is that this pipe over here is 1.5 inch, and the drain that we have is 2 inches in well, a 2-inch pipe will connect. So as per plumbing code, this is not right, a 2-inch pipe going into a 1.5 inch pipe, main line which is. So what I'll do is I'll create a separate 2-inch line for the two drains over here. Normally the drain pipes will also connect to this pipe, but because of the fact that we have different sizes over here, so just to get the concept across, we'll make a separate pipe over here. Click on create pipe. I'll give it the same offset that I gave for the other pipes, minus 1 feet 6 inches. Click over here and drag it out over here. Okay, and click on this pipe. Click on this pipe right here. Make it minus 1 feet 6 inches, and good. Now that's much better looking. Now that we have laid out our drain pipes, I would like to work on the water closet over here. Water closet will have a 4-inch pipe connection. So yeah, just click on it. I like to give it a minus 2 feet offset, because if I give it a minus 1 feet 6 inch offset, it will collide with this pipe over here. We don't want clashes. I'll get to the coordination and clash detection as well, on how to detect clashes and how to do coordination in Revit in a later part of this video. So now that we have given it at minus 2 feet offset, just click it over here and just drag it out over here. Let's check it out how it looks in the 3D view. Let's go to the 3D view over here. Okay, that doesn't look right. Well, most probably because of the fact that I didn't add a riser. Hide in view, element. So what did we do? Well, this pipe isn't right, so let's just control Z it, undo it, go back to level 1, select this pipe over here, -4, click on -2, and instead of clicking here, I think we have to give it a riser. Click on apply. Okay, we had to give it a riser first. Okay, we have to give it a riser first. Now that is done. Now how do we continue this pipe from this point onward? If you were go to the systems and select pipe, can we select this point? Let's give it a try. Let's see. -2, 4 inches, go to the 3D view, and okay, it does connect with it very well. But just one point that I would like to clear is that this when there is a bend between two sanitary pipes, it's not a 90-degree bend. A 90-degree bend can result in blockages. I would like a 45-degree bend over here. How do I do that? Well, it's not that hard. What you need to do is go to the view tab over here, go to the section tab over here. I would like to open up a section. Click on this, create a section, click on the section and drag this arrow so you can see just the water closet. Click on the section, right click and click on go to view. Okay, we can see the connection right here. Click on fine. Okay, that looks good. Delete this elbow, drag this pipe over here, select the pipe, systems, pipe, 4 inches. Let's see if this works. I hope, yeah, that is much better. That is much better because that will not result in blockages, or the chance of blockage will reduce tremendously. So that is how you create a 45-degree bend. There are families out there, plumbing fixtures, bends that do give you a 45-degree bend. This is how I like to do it, and this works perfectly fine. It's very good, even though it used up 2 elbows, but it's good. This is the 45-degree bend we were looking for. Go back to the 3D view. Okay, this looks much better. Go back to the level 1 plumbing and select the pipe, diameter 4 inches, -2 feet, drag it out. Okay, now over here we have a 90-degree bend. We can do the same for this bend as we did for this one, but I will leave it up to you guys to practice. Make this a 45-degree bend by changing the wall, by changing the pipe orientation. It's up to you how you do it. Okay, so let's go back to level 1 plumbing. Now that we have added sanitary pipes, I would like to add a riser for venting. Venting is very important. So how do you do that? Well, let's add a vent pipe over here that goes through the wall and up to the roof for this drain pipe over here. So go and select pipe, go to the properties tab, right over here, select the system that you need. It's vent. Okay, the size is obviously not going to be this one, it's going to be this one. How do you add a riser? It's simple. First you add the offset from where you want the riser to start. It's -2 feet. Okay, we clicked. Now give it the second offset. It should be like 10 feet above. Click on apply. And when you click on apply, we have a riser created. Go to the 3D view, so check it out. We can't see it, so let's hide this roof over here. Right view, hide in view elements. Still can see it. Do we have a wall? Okay, there it is. Select the wall. In fact, you know what, don't select the wall at all. Just go and select this pipe over here, drag it up. This is a vent. This is a vent riser that is going through the wall and up to the roof, all the way up to the roof. That is how you create risers. You can apply the same principle if you would like to create risers for a sanitary water closet stack. We'll get to that when we work on multi-level plumbing. Right now I just want to get the basic concepts across. Can we add a riser over here? Well, no problem in trying, I believe. I think we can. Go back to the level 1 plumbing. This is the point where we like to add the riser. I would like to drag this pipe a bit, outward, so I have a bunch of space. Select the pipe, properties, it's vent. I'll make the diameter 2 inches. Okay, no, first when you select the pipe, vent, polyvinyl chloride, everything is good. First you have to give it the first offset from where the pipe will start. It will start from -2 feet, because -2 feet is where this pipe is. This is the offset of the pipe. When you select it, go to the offset again, add in another value 10, click on apply. There was not enough room. Okay, there was not enough room. So let's see. Okay, I believe there wasn't enough room because of the fact that let's see if we drag it out, and can we connect it again? Okay, now we can connect it. Well, apparently when we're creating the riser, there wasn't enough roof to create this plumbing this fixture here, this reducer over here. It needed a little bit of space, but now it has it, and well, that is good. This is just for practice. I'm not following any plumbing code. I'm not, as you can see, this riser is going through the wall, but this isn't. I'm not following any plumbing code over here. This is not an MEP lecture. This is just so you guys know how to create risers, how to create pipes, so that you're aware of the basic interface of Revit MEP. Okay, go back to the level 1 plumbing. Now that we've added a few risers, we have added the sanitary pipes, I like to get on to the domestic cold water and hot water. Now, as I told you guys earlier, that we have to create a domestic cold water and hot water pipe type. We can do the same that we did for the PVC pipe, but it will become a bit redundant, so I will give you guys a very neat and handy shortcut. Now, what is that? Okay, I'm going to open up a project that I did for a freelance client of mine, and this will really speed up the process. So let's just hope it opens up. It's taking some time. Okay, so this is the project that I did. This is a single story container plant to be made in Florida. As you can see, I've created the pipes. This is an air conditioner. This is a water heater, tankless water heater. This is an air conditioning unit over here. The vent pipes are all the way here. Click on the 3D view. This is the project. Now what we are going to do is we are going to transfer the pipe types that we made here. If I can go to the families, pipe types, families. Yep, sorry. Copper pipe has already been made. All we need to do is just copy this copper pipe from this project to the other. How do we do that? Go to the project that you're working on, go to Manage tab, click on Transfer Project Standards, copy from the file that you want to copy the plumbing fixture, check none. Now as you can see, you can copy a bunch of stuff. You can copy cable tray, conduit size, you name it. You can copy a lot of things. You don't need to create everything from start. The reason I created the PVC pipe for you guys was to let you guys know, to make you guys understand how you can create a PVC pipe. But if you guys already have a project created with all of the pipes and everything created, all you need to do is transfer those pipe types and piping systems, and you're good to go. I'll do it right here. I want to transfer the pipe, pretty much everything that is related to piping, pipe settings, pipe segment, pipe schedule types, everything that is related to pipe. Click on OK. Yeah, click on OK. OK, overwrite. You have the copper pipe over here. I didn't need to go over here. I didn't need to click on the edit. I didn't need to do any of this. All of this was done for me. I just copied, and you can do it for the PVC as well. Let's say if you didn't get the PVC, you can easily copy. I believe guys understand what I'm trying to say. So anyways, let's create the cold water pipe. Go to the Systems tab over here. Click on the pipe. Click on the properties. We're going to use a copper pipe. Go down. The pipe segment the pipe segment is copper. System type will be domestic cold water. Okay, that's good. Diameter should be 1 inch. Okay, and apparently we can see it because the offset is not right. It's 10 feet. Make it, let's say 0 feet is good. Can you see it? Okay, now we can see it, and boom, we have created a water pipe. Select this pipe. I want to drag it a bit near. This is like a main water line. Now this is the half-inch pipe that we'll be using. Click on it. Domestic cold water. Make sure the pipe type that we have is copper. This is going to be a little bit challenging. Pipe types: cold water, copper, and 0 feet. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Let's make it 0 feet. Just drag it out over here, and yeah, you create the pipe, drag it out, and click over here. Apparently the offset we gave was not correct. Let's make it okay. The offset we gave it was not correct. Let's just undo all of this. Sometimes Revit likes to play games on me. Make it 0 feet. Make it copper. Make it 0 feet again. One over here, and yep, much better. As you can see, an elbow has been used, the transition has been used, the half-inch pipe has gone and connected with the main water line over here. We can do the same for this pipe right here. Select the pipe over here, give it 0, and just drag it out over here and get it. Okay, right click on this, hide in view elements. Apparently I believe I used one problem. As you can see, the pipe is going right through the plumbing riser. We won't want that because that will give us coordination problems. So click on Control Z. Again, we like to give it a different route. Click on this. I don't want to see this. Right click this, hide in view and element. I just hit the section box because it was disturbing our view. Select the pipe again. Pipe type should be copper. Offset should be 0. I'll just here and here. Much better. Same goes for this pipe, 1.5 inch. And instead of connecting it all the way with the main line, what we can do is we can give it a 0 feet over here, copper, domestic cold water, and we can create a branch right from here. When you create a branch, yep, we did create a branch. And what I'll do is I'll just directly connect this into this. So what you can do is you can directly connect the pipe with a plumbing fixture by using this icon, connect into, click on it, domestic cold water, OK, and select. See, we could have done the same for this one. What I could have done is that I could have created a branch that went all the way through this wall, but this is just for practice. And yeah, now you guys know how to connect pipes into the plumbing fixtures. Okay, then this is how you create domestic cold water pipes. In the next and the final section of this video, what I will do is that I will also create a domestic hot water system. I would like to create a second story for this project. Well, second story I mean is that this is a single story. So I would like to create a second story and add plumbing fixtures on that, so that I can show you guys how you can create vent stacks, make the plumbing a little bit more complex. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And as you can see, the plumbing pipes have been added. And what I would like to repeat is that I didn't follow any plumbing code for this project. This was not a plumbing design tutorial. This is just a tutorial on how to get started with Revit MEP, how to create piping system, pipe types. Hopefully in this part of the lecture you guys learned a bit or even more about Revit plumbing. And in the next and the final part of the video, I'll show you guys a few more handy commands, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much guys, and I'll see you in the next part of the video. Thank you. Hello everyone, and welcome to the last part of this introduction to Revit plumbing tutorial. In this part of the video I'll be going over a few other important concepts, and pretty much wrapping this lecture up. And yeah, let's get started. As you can see, I did add the cold water pipe and the hot water pipe, cold water pipe and the sanitary pipe, but I forgot to add the hot water pipe. So it's not a big deal. Just go to the pipe over here, select the system type, domestic hot water, 1/2 inch diameter. Okay, that's good. Let's give this offset of 1 feet, and drag it over here. Select the plumbing fixture that you want to connect it to. Select connect. Select the hot water pipe. Just connect it into it. Select the bathtub. Connect into. Select the hot water. Okay, that's connected into it as well. So that is how you lay out a hot water pipe. One thing you guys might have noticed that I don't have the tankless water heater. I will leave it up to you guys to do that. You can download any tankless water heater from a bunch of websites out there. Place it in the mechanical room. Give it an input. The input is obviously going to be a domestic cold water pipe, and the output will be a domestic hot water pipe. So yeah, this is the parallel pipe option, and I believe it's very handy. You guys need to be aware of it. So how do you work with this? Select the parallel pipe icon over here. A bunch of options have been given. How many vertical number of pipes we need, how many horizontal number of pipes we need. I will not be needing vertical number, but instead of making it 0, just make it 1. So I'll show you to you guys what I mean by this. Horizontal offset is the distance between the pipes horizontally. 5 feet, this much. Let's make it 2. Okay, this much. Let's make it 1. This much. Yeah, you guys get the point. If I go to the 3D view, yeah, much better, much better. This looks really good. Go back to the level 1 plumbing, and yeah, select all of these and delete them. This is the pipe accessory icon. It is used to load in ball valves, gate valves, a bunch of other valves that are normally used to control the flow of a pipe, flow of the liquid inside a pipe. Select the pipe accessory icon over here. No pipe accessory. Okay, no problem. Yes. Okay, go to the US Imperial Library. Go to the pipe icon over here. We have the valves over here, ball valves, ball 2 feet 6 inch, and yeah, that has been loaded in. So it's pretty simple. Just go and place the ball valve on any location that you like. We'll adjust the direction, and yeah, so that is how you add pipe accessories. It's very simple, not that hard. Another handy command that I would like you guys to be aware of is how do you create a multi-story levels and copy the same plumbing fixtures onto that level. So to do that, go to the 3D view right here, and first of all, as you can see, we have 2 levels for this project, level 1 and level 2. So what I'd like to do is I would like to create a floor on level 2. It's very simple. Go to this icon over here, copy to clipboard, select it. First you have to select the icons that you want to copy. I just want to select this floor. Click on copy to clipboard. Click on the drop down arrow over here. Align to selected levels. It will ask you for which levels. Select level 2. Click on OK. So as you can see, we have a floor on level 2. Okay, I would like to select it. Just let me select. Yeah, this is it. Go to the properties. Yeah, we have a floor on level 2. Another thing I would like to do is to add plumbing fixtures onto level 2. Go back to the level 1 plumbing. I would like to copy these same plumbing fixtures in the same orientation. So how do you do that? Select the plumbing fixtures. Click on copy to clipboard. Drop down arrow. So align to selected levels. Select level 2. Okay. Go back to the 3D view, and much better. What I would like to do is I just want to turn this wall off. I don't need it right now. Hide in view elements. See, same orientation, exactly the same orientation. And now that I would like to connect these plumbing fixtures with these risers. Now these risers won't be vent riser. These will be sanitary risers, and a vent riser will start from the last plumbing fixture on the topmost level. So just select these pipes over here. Actually select this pipe over here. Okay, it's 1/2 inch. That's good. Select this pipe over here. Make it 4 for the water closet. Okay. One way of connecting is to select the pipe, connect into. It's asking for which connection we want to connect to sanitary. Okay, select this. Okay, the segment is drawn from the wrong side. Obviously you won't be able to do that, so go back to the level 2, right click it, duplicate view with detailing, properties, make it plumbing. Okay, now we have it. Go to the detail, make it fine. Okay, so can we connect it to this riser over here? I believe we can. Select the pipe, 112 inch, properties, it's going to be PVC, and if I were to give it an offset of -1, would that work? I believe it would. And yeah, I think it is connected now. Go to the 3D view over here, and is it? It is. It has been connected. As I mentioned previously, we won't be using 90-degree elbows or 90-degree T's because of the fact that that is against plumbing codes. Let's try it out for the water closet. First, let's try this icon over here. Connect into sanitary. Okay, select this riser over here, giving us the same error. The segment is drawn from the wrong side. I don't know why it is doing that, but it's no problem. Go back to level 2. Let's try it out from this view. Connect into sanitary. Okay, giving us the same problem. No problem. We can give it an offset of -1. Select. It has been connected. I believe it has been. You see, multi-story. This was just practice. Obviously I made a lot of mistakes because pipes don't pass through floors, they pass through the clearance between a 4th floor and ceiling. This is not perfect, but the main concept was getting the plumbing layout out there, how to carry out plumbing in Revit. For high-rise buildings which have the same plumbing fixtures on multiple story levels, this is pretty much what you will be doing. You'll be selecting all of the plumbing fixtures, you'll select copy to clipboard like this, and you will align to selected levels, and you select all of the levels present here, and you will do it for pretty much each and every level. That then you'll drag these risers all the way up, and then you'll connect them step by step. So that is how you create plumbing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this lecture on Revit plumbing. I will be making a video on introduction to Revit HVAC, how to create HVAC layouts in Revit, and I will also be making a video on how to carry out coordination and clash detection. So thank you very much for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.